Hi guys, I am now going to be doing a collective reading. So I'm going to use my personal tarot spread. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I've got two decks. So I've got this deck, which is I love for soul readings and stuff. So you'll see me using that with people. And then I've got the spiritual meaning bird oracle, which I've what's happening? Never goes smoothly, does it? Yeah, so we're gonna look now. This can be relevant to you on your personal life, office, relationships, all depending, or work related, or projects, goals, whatever it is that you need to put your boundary. It could also be what's going on in the world as well. So I'm opening this my tarot corner to let it decide, and let the cards decide where this energy is flow. Take what resonates, let the rest go. So we're going to do an open prayer. Divine guidance, I invite you present to this reading today. May the messages we receive bring profound clarity and insight. Help us to understand the circumstances, see the light in any situation, and find the path forward. I ask for your support and protection over the sacred space, and for everyone watching, let the wisdom flow. Okay, so so you can get to see the cards too, and see me like messing up the shakedown. Okay, so the current, right, so how can the collective protect their energy, spirit? How can my guides, how can they protect their energy right now? Making sure I'm not touching anything with my belly. How can they protect their energy right now? So we're going to do current vibe, hidden. We've got a lot of people cards in the reading. Likes to challenge me, doesn't it? Support that we may have, 7 of Wands, interesting. Then we've got the Queen of Wands. Bloody hell! What's going on? The likelihood of our direction and the practical steps. And we're going to do a finishing card, because we're going to see the whole picture. And it likes to test me, doesn't it? Just like to test me here. Right, okay. Queen of Swords, the current energy. What vibe am I getting that? She's holding the a hawk. Is it a hawk? She's holding the bird of prayer anyway. Pray. Right. Starting. Right, okay, let's have a look. Right, current energy. We've got the Queen of Swords. So this could be a person, or a situation, right? So this is collective reading, so take it as it resonates. But the Queen of Swords suggests to me there's been, we were talking about boundaries, and I was looking at this reading as like a boundary setting. And this Queen of Swords, she's come in the full energy of, stating of like cutting through the crap, cutting through. She severs times very quickly. Okay, she goes in deep in thought, but also she stands by her values, stands her ground. Okay, so this is the current vibe about using your values and standing your ground and cutting through the source of the crap. It's interesting because it's like it's changing the mindset of what people do to you, to more or less saying where the repetitive evidence, the statement that the energy that comes in, you know, the proof in the pudding, you know. So it's like, if you eat bread continuously and getting bloated, then that is telling you that the bread is the issue, you know. So stop eating the bread. Right? Yeah. So this is metaphor of like things. So this is the one saying, like, it's about severing ties that no longer suits you, using that clarity that you've got by the evidence that has occurred, you know. So action speaks louder than words, you know. And motivation, again, we've got the Knight of Swords. This is the hidden, right? So someone who can show balance but can push the boundaries a little bit here, you know, having the determination here. So for me, I don't feel it, the hidden aspect, I don't feel it's like enlightening in like outside influences. I should put an outside influences card. I might do that. I feel this is about you having that determination with this current of sticking to your values here, okay, whatever, you know, and knowing that what's right for you, type of thing. And the Knight of Swords comes in with that determination of balance. But I see, you know, if you look at it, it's like pause. And if you look at the bird, it's perched on there, you know. So birds of prey are a very common know that they can see all what's around them, can't they? So you're going to have a very clear picture. I got a very clear picture of what I want, what I know, what I'm aiming for, yeah? The challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. You may find things not going at a fast pace that you would like. Okay, so while this structure is happening, it can take a bit of time to uncover, and that can be a bit of a challenge because of our thoughts can really override things and make us question what the current vibe there is. You know, you already know the answers, you're already structurizing it, but it can make us doubt it sometimes, especially with the slow energy, right? The support we have, 7 of Wands. Spirit is coming in as a protection shield. So I feel like nothing major is really gonna happen in this scenario, in this situation, in the fact that it's gonna massively affect you. I feel it's just aligning you into your path, direction of who you are as a person. The 7 of Wands is about, you know, necessary boundaries and protection here. So I feel very protective. I feel like I've looked at all angles, which the Queen of Swords does anyway. Okay, so I've got that determination that I'm maybe not aware of. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I feel like, although I've got the clarity, can I work this out? Can I do these things? Can I change that job? Can I put those boundaries in that relationship, etc.? You know, it takes time, but there's nothing major for you to worry about. So release any anxiousness. Although I'm not seeing anxiousness in the cards, I know that on the flip side of the Queen of Swords is someone who can overthink and try to force things when you don't have, you know, force that change. We don't have to do that. We need to just go with the flow with it and know that there's that support, initial support is there. And how we can protect ourselves through our own values. That is your key point here. I'm rambling, sorry. Okay, the likely direction, the Queen of Wands is saying that there's work to be done. There's an element of action that's going to be taken. So while we're building up our true values and stuff, this Queen of Wands is a good likely card to have, because this says to me that you're going to be able to adapt to any of the changes that is coming to you. You're protected. You're starting to strategize. You're starting to know where you're standing. You're working and where you're working towards in your life. Okay, whether that's goal setting, work environment, relationships, whatever. It's to me, it's stating the inevitable with the Queen of Wands. She's an action person. She manages everything, you know. So she's very practical and very creative in what she does. Okay. So the likely direction is you getting organized while you're on a pause thing, and building that structure while you're sticking to your values and building that protection and boundary up for yourself. Okay. Practical steps is the King of Pentacles. So it's talking about groundedness. Okay. So it's enjoying what you've got, making do with what you've got, you don't need to go out buying or looking for something else to distract you. Look at this as a card of I have got all this ability I need to maintain everything right now. The overall message, and I am going to do an influence card. The overall message here is the Starling card: communication, community, communication, and clarity. So it's lining you up here to be more outspoken, to have the clarity of where you want to be in your environment, okay, work or wherever, right? I feel this is just integrating your connection with people, okay? I know there's not a lot of, there's no cup cards in there right now, but there is an element of, like, we've got air and we've got pentacles. We've got quite a few of two main characters that's playing in this role. Okay, so the influence, outside influences, I'm going to do that because I feel pulled to do outside influences. That is not in the description, but I might pull something else. The Wheel of Fortune, change is on the horizon. 24 as well, so that could be relevant to some people. 24, so it could be a date. But this tells me that change is necessary in your field, okay? Some of you are in conflict, or there's going to be that you may have to sever ties with people that you're around, or a situation, a circumstances, okay? Because it no longer serves a purpose. And it's not a bad elf ending, it's a positive ending. It's, you've just completed a cycle here. So this could be work, it could, whatever, right? Whatever, wherever it goes, this could be, but this is a completion of cycle. By staying in this, not choosing not to listen to your values and what's going on around you, type of thing, meaning the bread and allergy, I'm not feeling good, those emotions, I'm not happy in this job, I'm not, choosing to stay is going to keep you stuck. By opening up those things and pre-planning with the Queen of Wands and communicating will get you to where your destination. And it might not be necessarily changing jobs. It could, for some of you, it could be changing the area you work in, in your job, so where is this relevant for a lot of, for the collective? Where is this relevant? I told you I'll pull more cards. Four of Wands, your foundations. It's talking about foundational work. Okay. There's the emotions, what's not no longer serving you. Okay. So it's hard to let go sometimes in life. And the Five of Cups illustrates that as disappointments in life. Okay. So feeling let down, feeling like this doesn't fit my field anymore. I feel, every time I see someone or I go to the job, I don't get the emotional satisfaction like I used to. So the foundations is no longer serving you right now, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is now saying that is like not sitting with that energy, but kind of we need to be more practical. Now, I'm not telling you you got to go and give up your job. No, because the Queen of Wands is about getting organized. Start planning, start taking action, start making things, and build on that structure. So it's not an overnight thing, especially with the Knights of Pentacles as the challenge, yeah? But there is some hope here to say that you can have that stability again. You can have that direction again where you feel more calmer in where you are at, okay? There's a strength in it. Look, strength card in it. So this is stating that this is not serving you. The foundation you're applying right now is not serving you. You're already aware of that. You've got the clarity. So this is already for people that's already knows these things. Yeah. You're not getting the joy like you once were. Here is saying that you can have that, but the anxiousness is keeping you stuck from moving to the direction of that. Okay. It's time to take action. That's your answer. That is your message. It is time to take action. It's scary and it can pull you in all different directions. But once you know your plan with the Queen of Wands, you will maintain this. I'm gonna time, I don't know. This has gone deeper than I expected. So more information on the Chariot card. Surprises, an unexpected turn can bring positive change. Be ready for the change. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm going to leave it as that. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to do a closing down prayer. Right? I offer profound thanks and appreciation to the divine for the wisdom and understanding shared during this reading. As I now close down this energy connection, I wish to extend healing and positive energy to all of you, that insights may integrate beautifully into your lives. May we continue to walk in light and blessings. So let it be. So what do you think? And this is why I say, like with the spreads as well, that you don't have to stick to the plan of the spread. You can integrate and change it as when you pull cards, you instinctively you'll know that actually I need to add that. I need to add that little bit more. So I like to follow a spread. I find it more helpful for me, but you can change it up and think, well, actually, I don't like the hidden. Let's put something else involved, or I'm going to add 2 more sections, which I've just done. So this is what's great with spreads. Anyway, I'll leave it on that note. You take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love.